Getting it done in the fires of hope and prayer. Together as one, there is no load we cannot bear.
I see the light at the end of the rainbow. I see the bright blue skies.
Tomorrow has come and the change has begun. Yes, we're moving. Yes, we're moving. Here we come. Hey. We're getting it done.
Hey, hey, for the PNM. Hey, hey, for we getting it done. Hey, hey, for the PNM. Hey, hey, for we getting it done. Hey, hey, for the PNM. Hey, hey, for we getting it done. Hey, hey, for the PNM. Hey, hey, for we getting it done. Hey, hey, for the PNM. Hey, hey, for we getting it done. Hey, hey, where your body's at? Hey, hey, where we getting it done? Hey, hey, where your body's at? Hey, hey, where we getting it done? Hey, hey, where your body's at? Hey, hey, where we getting it done? We getting it
This is the voice of the
PNM, 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 PNM.
We're getting it done in the fires of hope and prayer. Together as one, there is no load we cannot bear.
I see the light at the end of the rainbow. I see the bright blue skies.
Tomorrow has come and the change has begun. Yes, we're moving. Yes, we're moving. Here we come. Hey. We're getting it done.
Hey, hey, for the PNM. Hey, hey, for we getting it done. Hey, hey, for the PNM. Hey, hey, for we getting it done. Hey, hey, for the PNM. Hey, hey, for we getting it done. Hey, hey, for the PNM. Hey, hey, for we getting it done. Hey, hey, for the PNM. Hey, hey, for we getting it done. Hey, hey, where your body's at? Hey, hey, where we getting it done? Hey, hey, where your body's at? Hey, hey, where we getting it done? Hey, hey, where your body's at? Hey, hey, where we getting it done? We getting it We getting it We getting it We getting it
Hey. Oh, na na na.
Red and ready, yeah, we on. Red and ready, yeah, we on.
Calling all the Red Army.
Red and ready, yeah, we on.
Yeah, yeah.
We on.
Oh, na na na.
Red and ready, yeah, we on.
Calling all the Red Army.
Red and ready, yeah, we on.
Trinidad and Tobago.
Red and ready, yeah, we on. We on.
We ready now. Calling the Red Army, calling out all army, friends and family with love for TNT. From the mountain top to the valley low, everywhere we go, country before party.
PNM,
We working together, we building together, and we'll make it better.
PNM,
Side by side,
together,
we standing
together.
for our nation's future. This is a movement we all in together, not just for one. My sister, my brother, bodies in your hand. PNM is the plan. Ready, hold it steady.
Yes, a pleasant good night once more. DJ, take it down a little bit, please. We want to begin tonight with our national anthem. We'd like each and everyone to stand at attention. Take it away. That is the discipline that we know from this party, this great party, the People's National Movement. Now, we must, as we always do, invite God's presence. Tonight, we are asking Mr. Lane to come forward and give us the invocation. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good night to you, PNM people. Tonight we are going to do some serious business. We are going to talk to Almighty God because He alone can fight this battle for us, ladies and gentlemen. We can do what we want, but if God does not intervene, we cannot win this battle. So let us all stand where we are and bow our head as I bring the presence of God in words. Heavenly Father, tonight we come before you. This is the day, Lord, you have made, and we are rejoicing, and we are glad that we are in the land of the living. Before you tonight, we bring a young man who, by the name of Mr. Boodhu, God, he is presenting himself to deliver your people from the house of bondage and slavery, O God. How long, Lord, would your people cry unto you? We ask you, God, to let him be the Moses who will lead your children out of the land of Egypt. I remember Egypt, oh God, when Moses seek you, and you tell him to go and tell Pharaoh to set your people go. And Moses and Pharaoh declined, and God, we know what happened. So tonight, God, we rest assured, and we live in your hand, and we ask for your guidance and protection throughout this campaign. And you will shower your blessing upon this young man. You'll pour upon him the portion of the latter rain, that he may be able to do and say what he wants to say, not of only his will, but of your will, O God. So tonight, God, we thank you for those who have come from near and far. And as we prepare our heart for the 28th of this month, O God, we ask that when the night is done, on that night, Mr. Boodhu and others will rejoice, and they will sing, and they will say, this is the day the Lord has made, and we are rejoicing and we are glad that we are in. So, Father, bless him, bless everyone here tonight, for remember, O God, that you can only fight the battle if we allow it. For the prophet tells us, lean not to our own understanding, but in all our ways acknowledge you, and you will direct our path. So God, Jehoshaphat also said, fear not of them who is against you, for there is more who is for you, which you cannot see. Lord, we thank you and we ask you to lead this meeting tonight and all other meetings as you go through the days and weeks ahead, that he may be able to do and say the things that will convict the hearts of men and women, so that they too can be relieved and can come forward to this great party which is called the People's National Movement. We thank you for hearing and answering our prayer, for we thank you, Lord, in Jesus' almighty name. Amen and amen.
Thank you, sir, for that inspiring prayer. I want all you to do something for me, you know. I want all you come out from under them tent. I want to see people in the road. I want to see all you come out from them tent. We streaming live on YouTube and Facebook. People ain't seeing all you hiding. All you come out, rain and falling. I want to see all you outside. No rain and falling. Come outside. Come outside with all your flags. Come outside with all your rag. We're going to have a wonderful time tonight. Cumuto.Manzanilla, you have been resilient. You have been fortified. You have been committed to this campaign. I've been watching you for some time now, and it's the first time I've seen Cumuto.Manzanilla look the way they look today. Cumuto.Manzanilla has been doing us proud. I want you all to stand together, committed to the PNM and committed to your candidate, Mr. Sanjiv Boodhu. We must bring this seat home. Outside, ladies and gentlemen, outside. Come out from those tents. Come out in the road. I want to introduce to you a young speaker. Okay, we're going live, right? We're going live. That is why I want all you out in the road. We have too much of all you for us to be out underneath those tents. Live. We're going live. I want to introduce tonight a young woman. You know what I've understood over the years? PNM has been able to attract real young people and people of integrity, people with class, not caste, not caste, class. PNM has demonstrated over the years that they can produce the best of young individuals. And this individual, ladies and gentlemen, our youth speaker tonight, goes by the name Miss Lynch. Young lady, dynamic lady, learned lady, schooled lady, PNM young lady, PNM youth speaker. Let us introduce with a round of applause. And not here in all, you know.
Yes, I can hear them saying, boys, stop living in the past. Where can I find that?
Allow me to pay recognition to Senator the Honorable Alison West, Minister of Public Administration, Senator the Honorable Avinash Singh, Minister in the Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fishery, our next Member of Parliament for Cumuto.Manzanilla, our very own Mr. Sanjiv Boodhu, our Chairman, Mr. Neil Joseph, and to the others sitting at our head table. Our distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the viewing and listening public, members of the media, and of course you the people gathered here today from Cumuto.Manzanilla. Good evening, Tamana. How are we feeling? Our nation, our people have always been defined by resilience, determination, and the courage to embrace change. And today, as we confront a choice which has the potential to change the way Cumuto.Manzanilla has lived for close to 40 years, we must remind ourselves that the future is not something that happens to us. It is something we shape with our actions, our voices, and our collective will. So let's begin, because the work ahead is great, but together we are greater. My name is Mishka Soraya Lynch, and I'm a young law student from the community of North Manzanilla. Notwithstanding my age, I've always had a passion that drives towards representing the youth, my community, and more so giving of my time to help be that voice for those unheard. I am eager to learn, grow, and bring a fresh youthful perspective to the table. I am excited about the opportunity to be a part of this campaign to bring Cumuto.Manzanilla back to the PNM and about our next Member of Parliament who I'm about to introduce. This campaign is one in which I invite the other youths of Cumuto.Manzanilla to participate, as I feel that my energy and my commitment to creating positive change will allow me to connect with the many others that are willing to be on board and make a real impact alongside our MP, Mr. Sanjiv Boodhu. I strongly believe that youth deserves a chance to be heard and seen. Our perspectives are fresh and we bring innovative ideas to the table that challenge conversational thinking and bring about real change. The young often face unique challenges, and by giving them the space to lead, we are not only empowering them, but also ensuring that our society reflects the diverse experiences and viewpoints that exist within it. When the youth comes around the table, they have a contribution to make before you switch to Sanjiv. The view is shared by the national executive of the party, as forced by the number of young, talented persons chosen to represent constituencies throughout our country. At our young age, we need to instill resilience and a perspective that drives us to make the most out of every opportunity. So I dare say, take up this challenge as we make Cumuto.Manzanilla what it needs to be, because I for sure know we have the strength and support from our very own MP, Mr. Sanjiv Boodhu, and of course his hard-working team. It is because of our next MP, Mr. Sanjiv Boodhu, he shares these views. I have joined this campaign. Sanjiv, as a young man himself over the past 5 weeks, engaged with young people throughout the constituencies in each of the communities he has visited. Sanjiv's vision for the youth in Cumuto.Manzanilla is one where our young people are the next contractors, the next employers, the next business owners, the next leaders. Sanjiv sees Cumuto.Manzanilla where employment opportunities are created within the communities, where we young people own enterprise, capital, and assets, and they take charge of our future, where we build our lives according to our own aspirations and dreams. Sanjiv has spent time organizing groups of young people into constructions and maintenance companies, associations such as what is being done with the Manzanilla fishermen, and assisting young farmers on their way to becoming registered farmers, assisting banking facilities through ADB, and seeking grants, initiatives, and set-up funding. On this note, Sanjiv has continued to connect our youths with the offerings of the Ministry of Youth Development and National Security, and the several youth programs which are offered free of charge. It is for these reasons and more I am on this team. I believe in Sanjiv Boodhu. I believe in what he stands for. I believe in his interest in sustainable youth development. I believe that there is no better choice for Cumuto.Manzanilla than Sanjiv Boodhu. As I end, ladies and gentlemen, we the people have a major responsibility before us. This responsibility hinges upon 41 choices, our being our very own. My dear brothers and sisters, the election bell has rung. From east to west, from San Fernando to Tobago, we have been wearing our red uniforms and holding our balize high, looking to the sky as we count down the days until victory is won, day after day as we pound the pavements, as we all represent and support the People's National Movement. We are now 23 days away from polling day for us to make our choice, our decision, our future, our voices heard. On April 28th, I urge each and every one of you to go out to the polling stations. Make no mistake and cast your vote for the People's National Movement, for our very own, none other than Mr. Sanjiv Boodhu. If not Boodhu, then who? We all in. The man of integrity, commitment, determination, dedication, honesty, and vision. A young leader who is ready to serve us, the people. Sanjiv has proven time and time again that he is dedicated to this constituency, walking through our communities, listening to our concerns, and staying on the ground with us. Now it is our time, our turn, to stand with him. All we have to do is meet him on the half. Go to the voting stations and put your X by the balize. Show your support for a leader who is working hard and giving his time selflessly for the betterment of our community, for our constituents of Cumuto.Manzanilla. Let's give him the support he needs to continue the great work he has started, because we are disciplined soldiers, moored by a tradition founded on putting country first. So I say, Vote for Sanjiv Boodhu, a man of business, a man who puts people over self, a man who offers himself to serve you, the people, a man who respects each and every one of us, a man who values and appreciates us, the people. I stand here before you with great humility, gratitude, and a clear knowledge and understanding that because of you, of your faith and your trust. This election is about leadership. This election is about selecting leaders who can truly build a new society. This election is not about pipe dreams or smoke and mirrors. This election is about those who are willing to work and continue to work. This election is about service. This election is about giving the young people like Mr. Boodhu a chance to work to serve you. So make the right choice and vote for the PNM. The PNM is the only choice. To the young people among us, your voice is the most crucial to this election. Your needs, young people, are beyond Wi-Fi, battery life, and data. Your needs are beyond 300 wrap up in a t-shirt. Your needs are beyond 10 days of work. Your needs are beyond getting a fridge and stove that's going to stop work come April 29th. Do not let anyone insult your intelligence. So especially our youth right here in Cumuto.Manzanilla, go out and vote for the right choice, Mr. Sanjiv Boodhu. My PNM family, the journey has been long and enlightening, a journey that we all awaited. My brothers and sisters, we say, we're ready and we're ready. We are responsible people. We're ready and we're ready. Responsible representation. We're ready and we're ready. Responsible leadership. We're ready and we're ready. Responsible stewardship. We're ready and we're ready. Out and bad. We're ready and we're ready. Show them no mercy. We're ready and we're ready. Show them no remorse. We're ready and we're ready. Attack them with full force. We're ready and we're ready. If not Boodhu, then who? We're ready and we're ready. And my dear brothers and sisters, on Monday the 28th of April, when it's all said and done, we have placed our votes and victory is won. We come back at the corner of McShine Street where we joyfully sing our song, Great is the PNM, great is the PNM, great is the PNM, and we shall prevail. Thank you.
Sleeping time. Oh, sleeping time. I was in the locker when somebody showed me him.
That is what we call dynamite in youth. Give that young lady a luscious rounds of applause.
In the hand was a plan and it started to jam. He hit them bam, bam, bam. Somebody say you got to like the man.
Now, I want you all to do something for me. It have a gentleman sitting on my extreme left. I sure you know who is that. He is sitting on my extreme left. I want to ask you all a question tonight. And when I ask this question, I want to hear those voices resonate throughout the length and breadth of Cumuto.Manzanilla, all the way to Couva North, all the way to Couva South, all the way to St. Augustine, all over Trinidad and Tobago. My question tonight is, who is your PNM candidate for Cumuto.Manzanilla? Who is your PNM candidate for Cumuto.Manzanilla? One more time. One more time. Who is your PNM candidate for Cumuto.Manzanilla? All right. All you looking good and all you have me feeling good. Real good. I'm about to do something here that I've done many times before. That is to introduce a young man by the name of Paul Mongolas. Let me get a little history about Paul Mongolas. I know him as a baby. Paul Mongolas can't be nothing more than a baby to me. But a dynamic baby, a resilient baby, a PNM baby, an educated baby, and a baby who has grown into a young man that has done great things in the past. Mr. Mongolas has been councillor on 2 occasions. He served 2 terms as councillor. And currently, he's an older man. Well, of course, you know, he's under the PNM. He couldn't be sitting nowhere else but under the PNM. His mother is a woman that would have gone the distance for PNM. She would have gone the distance for PNM. And the values she inculcates in her son is what you're going to hear tonight. As I introduce to you, Alderman Paul Mongolas.
Stems. Yes, I can hear them saying, boys, stop living in the past. Where can I find that energy, the raw magic that comes down from the ground? I come from when ground used to carry it. We used to carry it, but the ground used to carry it. We used to carry it, but the ground we used to carry it. We used to carry it, but the ground we used to carry it. We used to carry it.
Thank you very much. Tamana, are you ready? Corial, are you ready? Coal Mine, are you ready? Manzanilla, are you ready? I can feel the victory tonight. We are ready, and we are all in for Trinidad and Tobago. Senator, the Honorable Avinash Singh, Minister in the Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries. Senator, the Honorable Alison West, Minister of Public Administration and Coordinator for Cumuto.Manzanilla. Please give her a round of applause. Our candidate and the next Member of Parliament for Cumuto.Manzanilla, Mr. Sanjiv Boodhu. Chairman of Cumuto.Manzanilla Executive, Mr. Neil Joseph, and members of the executive. Alderman David Gadar of the Sangre Grande Regional Corporation, former Councillor Rajkumar Bagalu and former Councillor Ronnie Laborde, Mr. Kenneth Boodhu, Youth Speaker, Ms. Lynch, ladies and gentlemen gathered at Atwell Trades and Guaico Tamana, a pleasant night, and to those who are streaming live on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters of Cumuto.Manzanilla, Guaico, Sangre Chiquito, Bish, Plumita, Vega de Urupuch, Corial, and all our proud communities in this beautiful constituency, I greet you this evening with pride, purpose, and power in unity. Tonight, I stand before you to present not just a candidate, but a visionary leader, a man of action, and a true servant of the people, Mr. Sanjiv Boodhu, the People's National Movement choice to be your next Member of Parliament for Cumuto.Manzanilla. Sanjiv is not a stranger to your struggles, your stories, or your strength. From the winding roads of Bish to the heart of Manzanilla, from the farmlands of Plumita to the hills of Corial, Sanjiv walks with you, amongst you, listens to you, and most importantly, he acts for you. While I am a member of the local government, there will be a time for us to speak about that. In the meantime, who have ears to hear, eyes to see, a mouth to speak, will see, hear, and speak about what passes for representation in the local government corporation. But tonight, we will stay on the straight and narrow. Under the People's National Movement, we have weathered storms, faced global challenges, and still stood tall. You ask yourself, if 2010 to 2015 was so great and so much was done, why is it that the people of Trinidad and Tobago reinstalled the country into the stable hands of the People's National Movement? And to answer that question, we divert from any low-level political attacks and we deal with facts. It is because in the eyes of the population, you have not performed satisfactorily and you lost the trust of the people and they voted for PNM. You try again and they say you ain't ready yet. And we fast forward to 2025 And you ask yourself, you ask your neighbors, you ask the different communities, have they really gained your trust? Have they done any significant introspection to change your mind? And the answer is a resounding no. And as the young people would say, wheel and come again. Because we're ready in 2025. And so as we look to the future, it is only fitting that we take a walk down memory lane. And I will give you all a little alphabet tonight from A to Z to celebrate the bold, bright, and brave achievements of the PNM government from 2015 to 2025. A, agriculture. Revitalizing the agriculture sector, including lands open up in Plummeter and access to incentives to farmers across rural communities. And A also, all of we voting PNM. B, bold leadership. Eric Williams to Stuart Young, true dynamic leadership. And B also, Bish gone PNM. C, COVID-19 response. World-recognized public health response that kept our citizens safe. And C, Cumuto.Manzanilla, red and ready. D, digital transformation. Over 100 government services move online. And D also, don't vote UNC. E, education. Laptops distributed, schools upgraded, scholarships expanded to rural youth. And also E, everybody voting PNM. F, flood mitigation. Drainage and infrastructure works in flood-prone zones like Guaico and Chiquito. And F, 5 more years in government. G, gas and energy reform. Stabilize energy production while investing in renewable initiatives. G is also Guaico Tamana, vote in Ibalize. And G also, great is the PNM, and we shall prevail. H, housing. Homes delivered across Trinidad, and support for the first time for homeowners. H also is HVIP. H also is home improvement grant. H also is home improvement subsidy. And H also, how could you not vote for PNM? I, infrastructure development throughout the whole of Trinidad and Tobago. And also I, if not Boodhu, then who? J, jobs. Thousands of jobs preserved and new employment opportunities. And also J, Judgment Day, April 28th, make the right choice. K, knowledge investment, expansion of UTT and MIC centers to give the young persons hands-on skills training. And K, keep UNC out of Cumuto.Manzanilla. L, law and order, strengthening of police presence and technology in tackling crime. And L, local government reform, services closer to you, the people of the San Grande region. M, Manzanilla restoration, coastal repairs along the Manzanilla coast. And also M, Monday the 28th of April 2025, victory for Sanjiv and the PNM. N, national security, new Coast Guard vessels, radar installation and border protection. N, never again will UN see the corridors of power. O, opportunities for youth through the on-the-job training program. And O, on the 20th of April, secure your future. P, public transportation, bus route restored in rural areas, new buses. P, Plummeter voting PNM. And P, PNM, 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 PNM. Q, quality healthcare, upgrades to health centers, mobile units, even a new hospital in the San Grande area. And Q, question them on their plans for you. R, road and highways. We know that the Cumuto.Manzanilla highway is ongoing at this time. And R also, red, ready, and responsible trademarks of the PNM. We move on to S. Social support, food cards, rental assistance, and grants directly to those in need. S also, Stuart Young, the next Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. And may I add on one more S, Sanjiv Boodhu, the next Member of Parliament for Cumuto.Manzanilla. T, tourism revitalization, ecotourism in Manzanilla, heritage tours to be promoted in Bish. And T, thank God for PNM. U, utilities upgraded, water pipe replacement and improved access to water in some of the areas. And you, under no circumstances will we vote for them. V, vote for PNM. W, women empowerment, grants and support services for female entrepreneurs and single mothers. And W, we care for you. X, X Factor leadership, unmatched steady hands of Dr. Rowley and now Stuart Young. And X, put your X by the body say. Y, youth development. Watch how many programs we have under the Ministry of Youth Development that the young persons in this community and throughout Trinidad and Tobago can benefit from. And Y, young people vote for PNM. Z, zero tolerance for corruption. And Z, 0 seats for UNC. Ladies and gentlemen, these are not just letters. They are lives impacted, communities uplifted, and a nation built stronger under the PNM. And now we look ahead, not in fear, but with faith in new leadership. Sanjiv Boodhu is ready to continue the work and present real opportunities for all children here in Cumuto.Manzanilla. He is not here to talk down to you, but to walk beside you. I urge you tonight, keep focused. Let us not get tired up about who have candidate, who ain't have none, and lose momentum. Let us mind our business. Ask not what the community could do for you, but what you could do for the community, and start by resoundingly voting for the PNM on April 28th. Let us change the narrative. Let us vote for performance. We have voted for 39 years and then we argue and then we complain. It's as though you're renting in a place. The door falling down, the paint peeling, the garage falling down, but they're paying the rent still. And further down the road, it's a better apartment, more affordable, well taken care of, and you're leaving all that? Look around you and you will see the work that has been done in Cumuto.Manzanilla without a PNM MP. Imagine when you put Sanjiv Boodhu. So Guaico Tamana, we all in with Sanjiv Boodhu. We all in with Stuart Young. We all win with PNM. We all in for Trinidad and Tobago. Tonight I ask you, Kunaripo, if not Boodhu, then who?
Bad! Bad!
Plumita, if not Boodhu, then who? Guaico Tamana, if not Boodhu, then who? I give you the assurance that the day the UNC lost that election in 2015 was a blessing because it allowed us to recover, to set a platform, and to build back our country. So I ask you on the 20th of April, when you get your ballot, mark it with confidence, mark it with pride, mark it with a candidate for the people and by the people, Sanjiv Boodhu. Stand with him, stand with progress, stand with a party that delivers. Get up early, say your prayers. Think of the future of Trinidad and Tobago. Your children, your grandchildren, your community. Get out the votes early. So as the polls close, we can conclude that it's a blessing. And from coal mine to Corial, Tamana to Plumita, Sangui Chiquito to Beach, we hands up high, we whining low, because PNM will run the show. And at the end of the day, we'll say, great is the PNM, great is the PNM, great is the PNM, and we shall fail. I thank you.
Stems. Yes, I can hear them saying, boy, stop living in the past. Where can I find that energy, the raw magic that comes down from the grassroots?
I told you that was a walking, talking PNM encyclopedia. Do you agree? All right. Well, things looking nice and we looking good. So we continue, and this momentum must not die out tonight. And to keep up this momentum, we have a man who has been singing for us for the longest while. All you ever hear about Babai Kamla? All right, well, it's Babai Kamla man coming to sing Richie Sing!
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Good night to the Honorable Senator Alison West. How you like Tamana? We go Bapi Salah and live up here. All my PNM people say yeah! Why I want to find out? All this is good. But who ready for Monday the 28th of April? Show me your voting finger. Give me a tune. Put your finger in the air. Anybody from Guaico Tamana say yeah? Sing with me. Everybody. Ole, 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 ole. Wave your flag. 1, 2, put your hands up in the air. Feeling hot, hot, hot. Sanjiv, come. Make some noise for Sanjiv. Somebody say Boodhu, Boodhu, Boodhu. Show me your finger. Be mine on fire, be soul on fire, voting PNM. What you doing? Party people, all around we feeling. Tell me, Monday, what to do? 28th of April. We need a party song, a fundamental jam. Feel it rum pum pum pum. Tell me, feel it rum pum pum pum. We go rum pum pum pum. Sing with me. Ole ole, ole. Listen, anybody from Nestor say yeah. Anybody from Tamana say yeah. Anybody from Cumuto.Manzanilla say yeah. Feeling hot, hot, hot. Hold on, Will out. Hold on. I find all you making plenty noise. What happened? Y'all make some noise for the newest MP for Cumuto.Manzanilla, Sanjiv Boodhu, say yeah. All you saying that like all you sure. Sanjiv, I sure. Big up to my brother Paul and of course this young lady here. Big up. You see right now, I know when you get up in the morning, you just have to start the car and warm up the engine. But I feel the engine revving right now. Give me the tune. Do so. Left, right. When you hit the rhythm and the man with the bongo drum. In the vibe, this session we time with the steel band. Come and join the line, grab your bottle. We go party in the Cumuto.Manzanilla. We go jam it steady. In the gym room, we go get on what's it. Show me. When you go down the line, grab your bottle and spoon. Jam it. We go party in the engine room. Ooh, yeah. Well, how else we will survive if we don't keep? Show me your voting finger. Who's fear? Give me the flag. The car can't start, we cannot chat. No oxygen, time we can't see that. So we got to come together and try to find a way. Show me your hands in the air. Jump. 1, 2, everybody's like. Really money, really bongo jump. It's a vibing session, we can't really steal bad. Come and join the line, grab your bottle and phone. Jam it, we go party in the engine. Wheel out. In the engine room, we go get on Wase. Monday, 28th April, we go jam them down and take in Cumuto.Manzanilla. We go party in the... And everybody, you see, 6 o'clock, Monday the 28th, we go say, bye-bye. I love all you. Big up. Congratulations. I want one more. Somebody say one more. Do so. Put your hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air. Listen. Rajinda Jima Jim Jum. Rajinda Jima Jim Jum. Sing for me. Shana Nana. Shana. Show Sanjiv you can turn up the bulb. Turn up. Turn up. Paul. Show me now. Hey. Raj. Everybody sing with me. Shana na 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 zin. Shana na 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 zin. Sare gama pada nisa. Kawe kisuna ugame. Sare gama pada nisa. Wheel out. If not Boodhu, we sure about it. Big up to Sanjiv Boodhu, our newest MP for Cumuto.Manzanilla. Somebody say yeah! I love you all. Love you all.
Okay. I want to do something a little different tonight. I've been doing this for years, but I want to do something a little different tonight. It have a fella in this audience here. He only selling me cloth. Like, come up here and say something. The senior Mr. Boodhu, you can't only sell me cloth. You can't only sell me cloth. Come up here and do something tonight. That is the father. That is the father of the candidate.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, welcome. Welcome to all of you. So nice to see you all here. All right? I don't know, do you want a performance that I did in Calabash Alley? Or do you want from Westwood Park? Which one? Tonight, I'm not performing. You have to go and see that on television. Tonight, we are here to see my son Sanjiv and to hear from him. And I know he's going to be a good servant to the people. So I want you to continue to support him, just like how you support Ojo's. So thank you very much. Thank you. So nice to see all of you here, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Mr. Boodhu. Thank you very kindly. I want to recognize a few people in the audience here tonight. I'm not going to recognize a person because I might have to introduce her. So I ain't recognizing her now. I'll recognize her later. But in the crowd tonight, I want to recognize former councillor Ronnie. I want to recognize Vicky from the Toko Sandy Grande Executive. I want to recognize Alderman David Gadar. I want to recognize Lisa Matterson. She has so much name, I don't know what else to call her. I want to recognize PNM people tonight.
Bad, bad.
I want to hear PNM people say, yeah, yeah.
Bad, bad, bad.
We have been and continue to be the premier party in Trinidad and Tobago. We have been the flagship of your development from 1956 till this day. We are responsible for your independence in 1962, and we are also responsible for us being a republic. We have shown that infrastructural development is our thing. We have shown that we have built every highway and byway this country walks and drives on today. Our health institution was as a result of the People's National Movement. Take a look, ladies and gentlemen, at Mount Hope, the flagship hospital of the entire Caribbean and maybe the whole of the Western Hemisphere. Take a look at Mount Hope. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the largest housing stock in the whole of the Caribbean and maybe South America. All you know that? They have no other country that build more houses for people than the People's National Movement. All you know that? If all you know that, say yeah. All right, all you know that. But it has certain things all you know that I had to tell all you here tonight. You see this kind of thing where all you that put on jersey and jump up and wave and get on. And the next thing, all you don't vote? Me, I want to see that. I want to see all the people vote. All the people vote. Okay. We are about to enter a phase in this meeting tonight. Right now we have with our president, Mr. Avinash Singh, the Minister of Agriculture. All you give him a round of applause. Yes, as I was saying just now, we come to a very important part of this meeting. I will not be doing the honors. The honors will be done by the chairman of the constituency of Cumuto.Manzanilla, Mr. Neil. Mr. Neil, come and do the honors. I am not going to do the honors tonight for this candidate, this illustrious young man, this dynamic young man, this man that is full of fortitude, testicular fortitude at that. This young man, I'm calling on Mr. Neil Gentle to come and introduce the next speaker.
Pleasant good night. Cumuto.Manzanilla, are we ready? Are we ready to make sure come Monday the 28th of April that Sanjiv Boodhu becomes the next member of parliament for Cumuto.Manzanilla? Of course, before I bring on Mr. Sanjiv Boodhu, I must of course recognize a woman who would have been appointed our coordinator in April last year and have been doing a number of service to each and every one of us in the constituency of Cumuto.Manzanilla, Senator the Honorable Alison West. Ladies and gentlemen, the last 5 weeks we have a little change in the program. So at this time, we would like to bring on to address you the Minister in the Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries, Senator, the Honorable Mr. Avinash Singh.
Thank you very, very much, Mr. Chairman. My dear brothers and sisters, if not Boodhu, then who? Are we all in with the PNM? Cumuto.Manzanilla, let me hear you. Let me acknowledge my dear sister in the parliament and of course our dear Minister of Public Administration, your coordinator, very hard working the Honorable Alison West. Make some noise. On my way here, I was listening to your live stream, and there are thousands of you gathered here. Make some noise. And even more thousands of you locked on because Minister West shared the live, and the whole world is paying attention to Cumuto.Manzanilla. If not Boodhu, then who? Like I say, I was paying attention and I was listening to the young and very vibrant, our older man, Mr. Paul Mongolas. Make some noise. And of course, our very young and dynamic leaders in the waiting, Miss Misha Lynch. Make some noise for us as well. But tonight, my dear colleagues, brothers and sisters, tonight is one night that we must all remember. This day here in Guaico Tamana, Cumuto.Manzanilla, where we are all going to endorse not our prospective, but our official candidate, Mr. Sanjiv Boodhu. A young and very vibrant attorney at law, and I am particularly pleased, humbled, and very honored to share this platform with Sanjiv Boodhu, the man who is going to be the next member of parliament for Cumuto.Manzanilla. Of course, you all know the ramblings that is taking place here in Cumuto with all the other pop-up side. They were chosen by a bar, maybe the bar right across the road, who knows? They did not go through the vigor and the rigorous screening committee chaired by our political leader and our outgoing Prime Minister, Dr. the Honorable Keith Christopher Rowley. Let us make some noise for him, our political leader. And in comes our current and next Prime Minister, the Honorable Stuart Richard Young, SC, MP, who is going to govern this country for the next 5 years and beyond, because we are all in this together. We are ready, and we are waiting on them on the 28th of April. We will be getting up, we will be saying our prayers, and we are going to the polls in all the seats, especially here in Cumuto.Manzanilla, where the only choice you have is Mr. Sanjiv Boodhu. No other choice, no other person, but you are going by the balize. Red is the code, nothing else. Cut your veins, cut your hand, and your blood will flow red. All of us, whether we are East Indians, whether we are Chinese, whether whatever religion, we all have the same color, blood, red. So at the end of the day, brothers and sisters, we only have one choice. We only have one choice. And again, if not Sanjiv, then who? Tonight, I want to tell you a few things. I know your candidate, and I want him to be our feature speaker, because that is going to be your next member of parliament. And I want him to take all the time after I leave this podium to give you his plans, his projects, his wishes, and what he's going to do under the flag of the People's National Movement in the parliament next to the government members, because he's going to be part of the government. Friends, I'll tell you this. Where I come from, Shoguanas, to be exact, Felicity, I am a farmer, and I have been honored to serve the People's National Movement in the parliament even before we were in government. I joined this party, and I remember going to screening, and I had to sell myself. And I remember telling the screening committee, chaired by then opposition leader, the Honorable Dr. Keith Rowley, and when I told him I was a farmer by profession, And I'm raising this in the context of this community. Coming here, you see thousands of very hard-working farmers, persons in the forestry area. And of course, this community is the backbone of our country where agriculture is concerned. Plumiton is not too far, right? And almost all the sweet watermelon comes from right here. A lot of agricultural commodities come from right here. But I was going to tell you, do you want to be part of the opposition? Why not be a part of the government? You need to understand, just like the people where I come from, Shoguanas, persons have been voting a certain way and putting themselves in opposition. There's no doubt that the People's National Movement will be forming the next government. No doubt that the People's National Movement, led by the Honorable Stuart Richard Young, will be forming the next government. We all have to help our Prime Minister write this new chapter. This chapter where all of you will be a part of. All of us stand to benefit. All of us are in this together. At the end of the day, we have to do the right thing, the honorable thing, the only thing, and put Sanjiv Boodhu in Cumuto.Manzanilla. I am telling you this, my dear friends, brothers and sisters. You have the opportunity, each one of you, every single vote counts. Every single person over the ages of 18, we want you to take part in the democratic process. Friends, there are persons around the world who does not have the opportunity to exercise their democracy and their democratic right. You have it here in a mere few days where you get to go and say, I want Sanjiv Boodhu to be my member of parliament. I want Stuart Young to be the Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. That is the power you have at your fingertips. Brothers and sisters, put Cumuto.Manzanilla in government. When you are in government, life might be better. When you're in government, you get to decide. Let us carry Cumuto.Manzanilla closer to victory, closer to the People's National Movement. Let us all go into government. Let us take this party, take this constituency by storm, carry it into the folds, and add it to all of the winning seats that will form government. I have listened attentively to our Prime Minister, who is going to be the next Prime Minister, speak about some of his plans, his projects, his philosophy and his vision for this country. I want to be a part of that. I want to be part of that new chapter where the young people get to explore and take the responsibility, as Sanjiv Boodhu is doing here as our standard bearer. Just as I did in 2013, came and I represented the banner of the People's National Movement, the Balize, I offered myself for national service. I fought the by-election in Shoguanas. You all remember that? That is where I earned my name, the sweet potato man. If I had a little more time, Sanjiv, I was bringing some sweet potato here for you. I took responsibility because I wanted to be a part of the change. I wanted to be a part of the decision-making process. And that is the power you will be putting in the hands of Mr. Boodhu. That is the power that you have on the 28th. We are here to tell you, the People's National Movement, we have been a party for all. We have been a government for all. When you look at the agricultural sector, under this government, the agricultural sector, while the naysayers might say otherwise, the statistics show the most grant grant funding has ever been awarded to any farmer, and the farming population was under the People's National Movement. As I speak to you now, there are over 450 agricultural families who have benefited from up to $100,000 grant funding from you, the taxpayers, thanks to a PNM government. There are hundreds and if not thousands of farmers who, when they go and they plant their crops and Mother Nature takes its course, and these farmers, they get flood. You, the taxpayers, have funneled over $20 million in this last fiscal to pay flood relief grants to your farmers, where your food comes from. State land, forestry, fisheries, agriculture has all seen an upward trend in the world today, where Trinidad and Tobago, this small nation, is making a dent. My dear brothers and sisters, the farming population from right here in Cumuto.Manzanilla has helped this country increase the number of registered farmers in this country. When you have farmer registration upward trend, it means only one thing. It means the economy is doing well. It means people are gravitating towards agriculture. It is a noble profession. People want to contribute to national development and economic activity. And nothing is wrong with anybody becoming farmers. In fact, when we took office in 2015 to now, there has been over 30,000 registered farmers in this country. Upward trend. Because people genuinely see the People's National Movement as the only political party, the only government where they have confidence to invest. Of course, you will listen to our Prime Minister where the oil and gas sector is concerned, how important it is. But equally so, all of the non-oil and gas sector is equally important. Sanjiv will go into some details of some of the plans here. One of our flagship facilities is located right here in Cumuto.Manzanilla, Mapa Farm, where all the plant material, all of the mangoes, the avocados, is set by your community that is distributed throughout the entire length and breadth of Trinidad. Do you know that you, the taxpayers, you support all the plant material that anybody that comes in a ministry facility purchases, highly subsidized because of you? Takes place right here in your constituency. These are some of the things that happen right here, Cumuto.Manzanilla. The forestry nursery is located in this constituency. And that is the next project that you will hear our former Prime Minister and of course our current Prime Minister talk about, the reforestation efforts. Do you know that we are harvesting teak and pine not planted by me, but by the elders in our community, by our ancestors, our parents? They would have planted teak and pine that we, the younger generation, are harvesting. And Cumuto.Manzanilla is making an impact in terms of our hardwood and softwood responsibility to national development. Do you know that all the yachts in the world, all of the fancy boats, Sanjiv, wants to come right here in Trinidad to get their upgrades? That is foreign exchange earning. And guess what? When they come to Chagaramas and they come to Trinidad to get their refurbishment of their $1 million yacht and their boat, guess what would they ask for? Teak, grown right here in Trinidad and Tobago. That is an industry waiting to boom, and you, my dear brothers and sisters in Cumuto.Manzanilla, will be part of that. You get to take part in our forestry assets to keep our environment green, safe, and serene. That is how important this constituency is. My brothers and sisters, the other parties will come, the pickup sides. Some of them I've heard did not even screen, but they become candidates. That is how they do business out there, not in the People's National Movement. This party is disciplined. This party is the party of Dr. Eric Eustace Williams, Patrick Augustus Moving Manning, George Chambers, the Honorable Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley, and now the Honorable Stuart Young. And I dare say, my brothers and sisters, before I close, I want to tell you, if not Boodhu, then who? If not the People's National Movement, no other political party is for all the people. I have come here to spread this message to you, that I am a part of this new chapter, and I want you, your family, your friends, your neighbors, everybody you know who can cast their vote, you have to help bring them out on the 28th. We have a few days left to campaign. We have a few days left to share our plans, our visions, but we cannot do it alone. This party needs your assistance. The people of this country is looking to you, the PNM, because the PNM is the only party that can bring sanity to the governance of Trinidad and Tobago. Friends, it has been an honor standing on this platform sharing some of the insights with you. I dare say that there's no other choice. I've come here to preach to you tonight. The People's National Movement is the only choice. And on the 28th, if not after the polls have closed, we will be celebrating down in Balize House, but you will be celebrating right here in Cumuto.Manzanilla first with your victory under Sanjiv Boodhu. And brothers and sisters, when you have casted your vote and we all count the last ballot, you will be brought in the folds of government, of governance, joining Stuart Young as Prime Minister and the People's National Movement in government, and we will all sing with one united voice. Great is the PNM. Great is the PNM. Great is the PNM, and we shall prevail. My brothers and sisters, thank you very much.
Won't let no mountain get in the way. Hey. Come across the water, been through the fire.
Give Mr. Avinash Singh another round of applause there. Mr. Avinash Singh, don't leave, sir. We have a token of appreciation for you, and that would be given to you by Alderman David Gadar. Oh, Mr. Avinash says he's feeling good here, so he's here for a while. Don't bring it yet. He's feeling good in Cumuto.Manzanilla. All you give Mr. Avinash a round of applause. Music, man, music. Sweeping time. You have that sweeping time.
Sweeping time. Sweeping time. Sweeping time.
Take it on, take it on. Take it on, take it on. I ain't seeing enough broom. I want to see some more brooms. Because we're going to take it up a notch. We're going to take it up a notch. Sweeping time, DJ.
Sweeping time. Sweeping time. Sweeping time. I was in the Lakore when somebody showed me him. Somebody said that I'm up today. The boss could take care of them. And in this crowd was singing loud, going to the convention. When we walk in big screen and ting, oh Lord, what a
Take it on, take it on.
in the hand was
All you're going to whine just now. All you're going to whine just now. I have to make an announcement. I have to publicly apologize for not welcoming or introducing a very special lady here tonight. I kill me dead. I thought this lady was on the program. I don't know what I seen here, but I seen like Senator the Honorable Alison West's name on the program. But her name is not on the program. So I didn't call her out. She was standing in front there. I apologize to the Honorable Senator. That is my mistake. But you see, I so think about you, I thought you was on the program. All right? I have a little bit of information that I could spread to you. And I want all you to listen to this carefully. Carefully. All you know, most of the public servants get a 9% increase without they knowing it. All you know that? Well, I'm going to tell all you tonight. All your personal income, 3 times the ceiling was raised so that all you don't pay tax if you're under 7,500 a month. All you know that? So that is 9%. That is almost 9% increase in public servant salary over the years. 9%. All right? All you know that the minimum wage was taken from $7 under the same PNM to $20. Now, the minimum wage is just a cap of as what they must pay as the lowest rate when you work. That I mean because I say minimum wage is $20, they have to pay you $20. No? But that is the lowest they could go when they have to pay you. All right? DJ, give me some music there again. Give me some music. PNM music.
We'll be sweeping everywhere.
Election time is here.
We'll be sweeping everywhere.
Election time is here.
We'll be sweeping everywhere.
We are streaming live on YouTube and Facebook.
Everywhere.
This is the voice of the People's National Movement. This is what we call class. DJ, play the music, man. Play the music.
Sweeping time.
We have been given an opportunity by God to do what is right. To instate Mr. Sanjiv Boodhu into office. To support our Prime Minister, Mr. George Young SC. We are on course for victory. It is inevitable. It cannot be stopped. We are going to rule this country for the next 15 years.
He said we are making no dotish mistake.
Hallelujah.
Everything we do it in the PNM's name. We are a proud people. We are resilient. We are dynamic. We are the People's National Movement.
In the tail.
Hallelujah.
Great is the PNM.
It shall prevail. Sweeping time. Sweeping time.
Vote PNM on the 28th of April. Vote PNM on the 28th of April. You're voting Sanjiv Boodhu and Cumuto.Manzanilla. And don't forget our neighbor in Toko Sangre Grande, Mr. Roger Monroe. We want to thank the police for being here with us tonight. We recognize the presence of the police.
Somebody said that I'm up today. The boss could take care of them. And in this crowd was singing loud.
This is a God-given party.
When we walk in big spin and ting, oh Lord, what a session. In the hand was a plan and he started to jam. He hit them bam, bam, bam. Somebody say you got to like the man. He have a touch of Eric William.
Karen and her family. Karen must be recognized along with her family.
What the opposition get they will take.
Hallelujah.
When I say okay, you know what I mean.
Hallelujah.
Get on
Vote
your
PNM.
in this country clean.
Vote PNM.
We can't
Vote PNM.
fail.
On the 25th.
Great is the
On the 28th of this month. Vote the People's National Movement.
Sweeping time.
We're going to continue with this activity after the polls are closed.
Sweeping time.
This is our opportunity for Cumuto.Manzanilla to be in the edges of the People's National Movement. It's time for Cumuto.Manzanilla to come home to the PNM.
Everybody have a chance. That's why all around every place in town is Lucas leading the dance. We talking about the ultra modern social infrastructure. Education become priority.
PNM. Vote Sanjiv Boodhu. Vote your candidate in Cumuto.Manzanilla. Vote resoundingly for Mr. Sanjiv Boodhu.
Great is the PNM. It shall prevail. Sweeping time.
One political party, the People's National Movement. One political leader, Stuart Young, the Honorable SC. One candidate in Cumuto.Manzanilla, Mr. Sanjiv Boodhu.
Election time is here.
We'll be sweeping everywhere.
Election time is here.
We'll be sweeping everywhere.
Election time is here.
We'll be sweeping everywhere.
We never get weary.
Sweeping time.
We traverse Trinidad and Tobago.
Sweeping time. Sweeping time.
Take it down, DJ. Take it down. Take it down. I get the opportunity. I want it whole night. All your God bless me tonight. I get the opportunity. I want it whole night. And that is to introduce a woman of poise, a woman of grace, a woman that is intellectual, a woman that has finesse, a woman of class. That woman, ladies and gentlemen, is Senator, the Honorable Alison West. Put your hands together and welcome Senator, the Honorable Alison West.
I'll go cross any ocean to find it. Won't let no
Senator, you ain't getting away tonight. You're not getting away tonight, Senator. Say something, Senator.
I know that my heart will show me the way.
All you couldn't leave me in the crowd. All you couldn't leave me down there was God. Anyway, you see this song they just playing, Take Me Home? We have to bring it home for the PNM. I love the vibes in Guaico Tamana. We have plenty work to do. Every day, every hour, we walking, we talking, we persuading, we bringing out the friends, the family, the auntie, the dead end, the neighbor, to vote for Sanjiv. If not Boodhu, then who? Nobody else. So it's not about me tonight. We have a candidate. We have to hear his plans, his thoughts. He's ready to come on and let you know what he's all about. Full support. Thank you.
We don't see no creed and race.
Short and sweet.
Don't want nobody tell me
Short
how
and
to
sweet.
We fight for a thing and this is we place. Take me home. Take me home. Take me
All right. Okay. We have a bit of entertainment here from a woman who came second in our national competition already. I think I'm very sure about that. She could really sing. I want you to sing a good political song one of these days, right? For the PNM. But all for now, we want to bring to the stage Tiny.
Pleasant evening, everyone. It's good to be home. Guaico Tamana. Pleasant evening. So I'm going to dedicate this song to all the hard-working people. Yes, and I do hope you enjoy. Squeeze the track. I can't sit down in a
prostrate position, my cultural icons keep passing away. As a conscious calypsonian, I've got something to say. It seems every time you blink your eyes, boom, another icon gone. Every single year, the Kaiso world is torn. We're losing Kaiso bards who are dear to us. From the land of the living, they're returning to the dust. And as they dissipate, they're leaving us all to mourn. So I'm paying homage to those who are alive before they are gone. So we're giving them flowers while they are still here. I'm giving them flowers to show I care, yeah, 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 yeah. I'm giving them flowers before all comes tumbling down, yeah. I'm giving them flowers while they're still around. To the Honorable Minister Alison West, we salute you. Strength and powers, I'm giving you your flowers. If not Boodhu, then who? We salute you. Strength and powers, I'm giving you your flowers. I'm not waiting until you pass and gone. I'm showing appreciation to you while you still around. Way-oh. Yeah. We just say that we love Calypso in this land of the great art form, but we don't give a damn about Calypsonians. They are treated with scorn, because in this land of sweet Calypso, soca singers reign supreme. We have to fight for a play on the radio and on big shows we are never seen. See, some people they like substance, but they love hype. They love soca artists, but Calypsonians they just don't like. Calypsonians does spit lyrics and Calypso does speak the truth. How you gonna love the leaves but don't love the tree that produce the fruit? So I'm giving them flowers while they are still here. I'm giving them flowers to show I care, yeah, 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 yeah. I'm giving them flowers before all comes tumbling down, yeah. I'm giving them flowers while they're still around. David Gadar, where? I salute you. Strength and powers, yes. I'm giving you your flowers. Paul Mongolos, I seen him. I salute you. Strength and powers, whoa. I'm giving you your flowers. I'm not waiting until you pass away. I'm showing appreciation to you. Today, today, today. Whoa. So appreciation means flowers, right? And flowers mean appreciation. Yeah. There are many great Calypsonians who died in the service of Calypso. They are gone but not forgotten. To me, they are all heroes. Some have names you will remember. Some are relatively unknown. Some of them were monarchs, while some never sit on a winner's throne. Names like Aldwin Roberts, the Lord Kitchener, Elumbre Divino Grabla, Merchant singing Sandra. The mighty Terror, the mighty Bomber, the mighty Composer and Kenny J. Explainer and Black Stalin have all passed away. So those who are alive getting flowers while they are still here, I'm giving them flowers to show we care, yeah, 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 yeah. I'm giving them flowers before all comes tumbling down, yeah. I'm the people of Cumuto.Manzanilla, I salute you. Strength and powers, yes, I'm giving you your flowers. I'm not waiting until you pass and gone. I'm showing appreciation to you while you still around. Why, so don't wait till they go before we appreciate them, eh? Appreciate them with your vote. We does be quick to celebrate our heroes. Pick them up when they're dead and gone. But when they're alive, we treat them like zeros. And often treat them with scorn. We must always show appreciation and thank them for their contribution. Not when they're dead, give them acclamation. When they have gone to the great beyond. Posthumously, we does sing praises to their name. When death has come and extinguished their flame. What can someone do with a posthumous award when death has come and played them their final chord? So I'm giving them flowers while they are still here. I'm giving them flowers to show we care, yeah. I'm giving them flowers before all comes tumbling down, yeah. I'm giving them flowers while they're still around. Dr. Keith Rowley, we salute you. Strength and powers. Happy retirement, right? We're giving him his flowers. To the next Prime Minister, Stuart Young, we salute you. Strength and powers. Hey, I'm giving you your flowers. I'm not waiting until you pass away. I'm showing appreciation to you today. Blessed evening, everyone.
Okay, that was tiny. Give a lusty round of applause. I have something to do here before I introduce Mr. Neil, the chairman of the constituency of Cumuto.Manzanilla. I want to do one thing here again tonight. I want to hear all your voice. I want to hear all your voice resonate throughout the length and breadth of Cumuto.Manzanilla. It must resonate all the way to Couva South, to Couva North, to Toko Sangre Grande, and beyond. I'm asking all you one question tonight. I know who I am. I know I am PNM. What are you people here tonight? All you say it again. What are you people here tonight? Who is your candidate in Cumuto.Manzanilla? Who is your candidate in Cumuto.Manzanilla? I like that. All easy. All right? My stint is kind of nearly up. The introduction of the candidate will be done by the chairman of the constituency, Mr. Neil.
Thank you very much. So our next speaker is a young man, only 33 years of age, attorney at law, a young man who stepped forward to bring proper representation to Cumuto.Manzanilla, no other person than Mr. Sanjiv Boodhu. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the next member of parliament for Cumuto.Manzanilla, a young man of integrity, a young man with a vision, the next member of parliament, the Honorable Mr. Sanjiv Boodhu.
Sleeping time.
you very much, Mr. DJ. Thank you very much, Mr. Neil Patrick Joseph, the chairman of the Cumuto.Manzanilla constituency and the campaign manager for this campaign. Thank you very much to our master of ceremonies this evening. Cumuto.Manzanilla, how are you all feeling this evening? Are you feeling as great as the PNM? Are you feeling tired after a long day? All right, good. We did in fact have a long day, and let me start by thanking each and every one of you for coming out this evening after all of you were present down in Sangre Grande for our nomination day today. Thank you. Thank you to you. And you know, I just got some feedback on the live there, right, on the live stream, and people saying, but how Senator Avinash Singh said the crowd is so sick when we only seeing a few people? Well, let me tell the people viewing on the live stream, there are hundreds of people here tonight. The unfortunate reality is we have a roadway passing in the middle, and therefore the crowd is split up. So, I want all of you here tonight to make some noise for those at home looking on the live stream. Let them know how many you are. Tell them. Aye, aye, aye. Thank you all very much. All right, so down to business, ladies and gentlemen. Senator the Honorable Alison West, Minister of Public Administration. Senator the Honorable Avinash Singh, Minister in the Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries. Aldermen Paul Mongolas and David Gada of the Sangre Grande Regional Corporation. Chairman of the Cumuto.Manzanilla Constituency and Campaign Manager, Mr. Neil Joseph. The executive and members of the Cumuto.Manzanilla Constituency. The hardworking and dedicated campaign team. The area managers, officers and members of the People's National Movement. Fellow speakers tonight, let's have a round of applause for young Miss Lynch now. What an impressive speech this evening. Residents of Cumuto.Manzanilla, friends, good evening. And I want to pay special recognition to those friends who are visiting us from outside of the constituency of Cumuto.Manzanilla. And I want to also say a very special thank you to my father, Kenneth Boodhu, Mr. Ojos, for being here this evening and for taking the platform. And I also wish to say a very, very special good evening and thank you to my mother, my brother, my sister-in-law, my wife, and my 1-month-old son, all of whom are at home looking at us on the live stream. Thank you for your continued support. Friends, we are 23 days away from the election. 3 weeks. But tonight I am pleased to report to you, the people of Cumuto.Manzanilla, that we in the PNM have successfully completed the nomination process today. All 41 candidates have successfully filed nomination papers and have made deposits. The People's National Movement, therefore, has a slate of 41 candidates in the 41 constituencies throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Now, we know what that means when I say and Tobago. All right? Other people say elections in Trinidad alone. I did not know that we have elections in Trinidad alone. But we in the PNM, as a responsible government, we have a full slate of 41 as of today. And therefore, friends, the PNM remains the only real and serious political party in Trinidad and Tobago and remains the premier political party of the region. And you know, these are things that we must be proud of as members of the PNM and supporters of the PNM. You see, the PNM has grown from strength to strength and has taken Trinidad and Tobago through some of the most difficult times, ensuring throughout that the country's economic stability and sustainability remained tantamount, so that we, the citizens, could do more than just survive. It has always been the PNM's policy that the citizens must be insulated from and cushioned against the sharp edges of economic shocks when they arise. As they do from time to time, the economy goes up and down. And as we know, an economy is a living, moving, breathing thing. And just like us, the economy experiences good times and bad times, peaks and valleys. But it takes a responsible, experienced, disciplined, and attentive government to avoid instability and large fluctuations in the quality of life for citizens during these hard times, and to be frugal, prudent, spend wisely, and save diligently during the times of excess. And the PNM has consistently taken us through these ups and downs and has done well to ensure that we do not experience these fluctuations in the quality of life. And there's a reason I want to take you through all of this about the economy this evening. You see, as of today, nomination day, the bacchanal has started, as you are well aware. Last night, in the midst of the night, like a thief in the dark, a candidate was selected, and this morning a candidate was nominated on behalf of the other side. So we know what to expect. The bacchanal has started, and we know what the campaign is on the other side. A campaign of falsity, a campaign of untruths. So today, we will be talking about, just as Eric Williams started this party, on a platform of education and information, we will be talking about the facts here in Cumuto.Manzanilla tonight. You see, friends, the PNM understands how an economy works. We have revenues, we have expenditures. And just like at home, the goal is to earn more money than you are spending. But that, however, is not always achievable. Circumstances dictate it's not always going to be like that. And when you find yourself in a position of spending more than you are earning, you usually resort to reducing your expenditure, to cutting back, spending less on things that may not be as essential, or borrowing money, or using financing options like a credit card. You may look for ways to increase your revenue. So on the one hand, you have the option of reducing your expenditure. On the other hand, some people say, well, look, I'm not reducing my expenditure. I'm going to increase my revenue. I'm going to earn more. Perhaps you open a side business or you look for a higher paying job. A government operates the same way. But the obvious and sensible question is, why do we spend more than we earn? What is the cause of that? Well, we spend more than we earn sometimes because the government is the largest employer in the economy of Trinidad and Tobago. Public servants, protective services, the police officers, teachers, doctors, nurses, judges, magistrates, CPEP, URP, the RHAs. The government also has to spend on public goods, roads, drains, water, electricity. And the government, this PNM government, historically, has also decided to subsidize several of these public goods, such as water, electricity, motor fuel that you put in the gas station. And this means that we, the citizens, pay only a part of the true cost of the item, and the government pays the other part. That is the way a subsidy operates. So your water is subsidized. The government says to you, listen, we understand the need for water, the importance of water. So we are going to pay for part of your water rate, and you are going to pay part. And that is what a subsidy is. And this system is intended to make it more affordable for us to access these services. And further to all of that, the PNM government has also decided to subsidize housing, education from infancy to tertiary level, provide free hospital care and medication, grants to those who are in need, and more. But the cost of maintaining the delivery of all of these services at an affordable cost and retaining all of these jobs at rates that have never been reduced is a significant obligation the state has on a monthly basis. Now, on the other side of things, that is in respect to expenditure. On the other side of things, we have revenue. We have the money that is coming in, the money that the government is collecting and earning. And the main method of earning money and raising revenue in any economy across the world, the most internationally common source of earning revenue is taxation, tax revenue. But here in Trinidad and Tobago, we are blessed, as we know. We are fortunate to have natural resources, and in particular, the hydrocarbon industry, the oil and gas sector. Now, of course, we have revenues being earned from exports, from tourism, carnival, hundreds of millions of dollars millions of US dollars come into the country every year for carnival. But the main earner for this economy is the energy sector. But energy sources are limited. They are what you call naturally depleting. One day they may run out. But further, the price for which they are sold, energy assets are sold, are set by international sources, and we therefore do not have a direct part to play in a variation in the prices. So that it is not, we cannot simply say, well, we're going to raise the price and therefore earn more. It is not as simple as that. And so it means that unless we are able to secure more energy resources, we are going to begin to run out, and therefore we will be earning less and less revenue. All the while, the expenditure remains the same. And this is how a deficit occurs. And we'll be hearing your opposition talking about a deficit budget and how many years we run a deficit. They don't tell you how long they were running a deficit budget. They only tell you how long we run a deficit budget. Falling revenue is asked to meet a fixed or even increasing cost. So the government has options. The government can cut costs, it can borrow, it can create more cash in the system by devaluing the dollar against the US dollar, or by entering into an International Monetary Fund program, an IMF program, or by securing additional revenue streams. Now, in listening to all of those options, I'm sure you would agree that the last option seems to be the most ideal. Increase your revenue and keep your costs under control. That is the logical solution. So we have a good foundational understanding of how the economy operates. We have to earn money to pay bills. And if we fail to pay the bills, those who we owe come calling. And if they come calling and they are unsatisfied with their repayments, we end up with less options to find more money. And at that point, it is attempting to borrow more or the IMF. Now, borrowing at that point in time might be out of the window as our lenders now become skeptical because we can't meet the expenses. The IMF therefore becomes one option and devaluing the dollar the other. On the one hand, the IMF route, we have wage freezes, mass public sector dismissals of employees, cutting of subsidies, grants, and social programs. That is the reality of an IMF program. Now, for those of us, and I don't like to get into the age thing too much, but for those of us who are here tonight that might remember what it was like in the late 80s. In 1989, Trinidad and Tobago was subjected to wage freezes and other IMF restrictions due to our arrangements with them. How many of you all are tonight present here could remember that? I see some faces that look like they might have been around. Now, we know what happened in 1990, so I will say no more as a result of what was 1989's IMF restrictions. Now, on the other hand, we have the ability to devalue the dollar. Now, this does, in fact, result in more liquidity in the system, but it immediately results in increased prices for the consumers, for us as consumers, as the importers of the goods that we buy in the grocery, in the hardware, in the clothes store, in Ojo's, now have to find more TT dollars to buy the same amount of US dollars, so they are now paying a higher rate for the US dollars, and therefore, in the end, it is us, the consumer, that has to carry a higher price. Now, I want to pause here, right? Because we've established the foundation. And I want to move to what all of that means for an election. What does that mean for us, for you, for the people? How and why does this information affect you? The other party has been admittedly very slow to enter the race, which is surprising because they have been calling election, award date 2 years now, yet they're still playing pickup. But in playing pickup, they have made promise after promise after promise. And in making all of those promises, they expect us, sensible people, who are informed and educated, to believe those promises and accept them as the truth, as real, hook, line, and sinker. But we know better than that. You see, some of the promises they have made, I will go through them. They have promised to start wage negotiations at 10%. Yes, I see the rain is falling, so get some shelter. We have tents available. Don't get wet. We need you all to walk tomorrow morning. So they have promised to start these wage negotiations at 10%. They're giving away more laptops, more grant, more this, more that, more freeness. I am all getting wet here. All right. So all of this freeness, all of these promises here. Mind you, when they came into office in 2010, one of the first things they did was to get rid of all the social programs, all the grants, all the initiatives that were introduced by the PNM government, which were introduced to assist you and I in our quality of living. And they're also promising to get rid of the property tax, to get rid of part of the corporation tax, and to get rid of the Dragon gas deal, and to get rid of the Guaracara refinery deal. So basically what they are saying to us is they're promising to give away more and more and more while they are earning less and less and less. And this, they are asking you not only to vote for, but to accept as gospel that this is worth your vote. That is what they are telling you to accept. And that is what they are telling you to vote for. I want to talk about what other people have had to say about these promises. You see, one thing we don't do in the PNM, we don't tell you, we don't just tell you things. We don't just say things and ask you to believe it because we say it. So I want to talk about some independent, well-respected economists who have commented on these promises, and I start with Mariano Brown. And I am reading here now what Mr. Mariano Brown had to say. Here's what he had to say. This would be akin to spending your money before you had it, which is not very practical or a very sensible thing to do. It is an attempt to win favor with a share of the electorate. At the end of the day, it is the state, the taxpayer, that has to pay for it. So you can only finance those things with either more taxes or more borrowing. That's what Mr. Brown had to say. I am moving on and I'm reading again. Dr. Indira Sajiwan, she agreed that the promise might be, quote, unrealistic and premature. I wouldn't call a figure out to 10%. I think there's a lot of work that needs to be done before one can determine that. In addition to which, it does come down to the issue of affordability, end quote. Another economist, Dr. Marlene Atz, and she says, quote, the proposal is risky given TNT's financial constraints. Moreover, the UNC has signaled its intent to eliminate property taxes and other key revenue sources, potentially exacerbating existing budget deficits. No, potentially exacerbating existing budget deficits. So the same talk we are hearing on their platform about how the PNM government bad because we're running a deficit budget. This economist has assessed their promises is going to send us into further budget deficits. And that is not what I have to say. That is what these independent, respected economists have to say. So friends, ladies and gentlemen, as sensible, informed, educated, and responsible citizens, ask yourselves whether you have heard one revenue earning policy from the UNC. Ask yourself if they are presented on this campaign trail one revenue earning policy. Before considering any of the election promises made by the opposition, ask yourselves how do they intend to pay for it and what does that mean for you in terms of economic stability and sustainability? What we have heard is that they intend to scrap the cross-border gas deal, and they intend to jettison any arrangements to re-operationalize the refinery. And if they intend to earn less revenue while spending more, ask yourselves, where will the money come from? Short of promising that rain is going to fall with money in it, or that money is going to rain from the heavens on the 29th of April 2025, the UNC's plan for spending leaves us, the taxpayers, the public, with two options. One is a devaluation. Two is the doorsteps of the IMF. Now, consider the alternative. Rain stop. Consider the alternative. The alternative is a PNM government that has renegotiated Atlantic LNG agreements for NGC's acquisition of 10% ownership across all the 4 trains, and has secured a cross-border alliance to develop the Dragon gas field, ensuring a gas supply to Trinidad. All right? A PNM government that has ensured that the Manatee gas field is underway and has continued to work diligently to maximize revenues from the energy sector and renegotiate unfavorable terms. Consider that this PNM government has completed the Arima Hospital at a cost of $200 million less than what was budgeted by the UNC government. Consider that this PNM government has conducted repairs at the National Academy for Performing Arts, NAPA, at a cost of $80 million less than what was budgeted by the UNC government. Consider this PNM government building the QREP interchange at a cost of $219 million less than budgeted by the UNC government. Those 3 projects alone, total savings $499 million. What does this mean for you? You, the residents of Cumuto.Manzanilla. More revenue, more savings, more efficient spending. It means simply that the government can spend more on those public goods that we spoke about earlier. The roads, the drains, the water, electricity, school, health center, medicine, jobs, old age pension, grants, housing. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that when the world's economy collapsed, ground to a halt during the COVID-19 pandemic, causing Trinidad and Tobago's revenues to fall to 0, it is this PNM government that ensured that every single government employee's salary was paid in full and on time, including public servants, including public servants, the protective services, all of the protective services, CPEP, URP, all of the RHAs, including Right Aid, ERHA. Not one single public sector employee lost their job, but our revenues were 0. That is performance. That is prudent economic management by a PNM government. And again, what does all of this mean for you? It means that every government worker in this constituency of Cumuto.Manzanilla continued to have a job when the country earned nothing. And therefore, each of those people could have afforded to keep their lights on, keep their bills paid, and keep their children fed. And I am not even talking about all of the COVID-19 grants that were given out. I'm not even going there. So friends, if those things are not achievements worthy of acknowledging, this PNM government still managed in the last 9 years to increase, and somebody spoke, I think it was the master of ceremony spoke about it, to increase your personal allowance to $90,000 a year. So what that means is you pay no income tax up to $7,500 a month. This PNM government has decreased VAT across the board to 12.5% from 15%. This PNM government has provided home improvement grants to persons, any citizen of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, whose earning is under $6,000 a month. Any one of you can apply for that housing grant and get it. This PNM government has exempted first-time homeowners from stamp duty up to $2 million and has provided 2% homeowner mortgages through TTMB. And 2%, let me tell you, you all know, a 2% mortgage, you cannot find it anywhere in the world. This PNM government has provided entrepreneurs, business people with $20,000 grants, not loans, grants for business startups, have allocated $500 million through FCB for low interest loans up to $1.5 million each, with flexible repayment options for small and micro enterprises, which are 100% government guaranteed. That means you don't need to own house and land for you to go to FCB and apply as a small business owner, as a farmer, to get access to funding, to start your business, to refinance your business, to expand your business. This government created the HVIP program, which provides low-cost housing built by small contractors, small community-based contractors, which is a creation of employment in addition to the building of the home at no cost to the homeowner. And through the Ministry of Youth Development and National Service, this government, Minister Foster Cummings, offers training and certification to our youth at no cost. And they include the fields of drilling and rigging in the oil and gas sector, air conditioning and refrigeration, agriculture, including a $20,000 startup grant and a starter home and a 30-year lease for 2 acres of land. Aquaculture, heavy equipment operating, forklift, backhoe, photography, video production, graphic design, voice training, geriatric care, plumbing, more and more and more. What does that mean for Cumuto.Manzanilla? Well, friends, it means that when the PNM government returns to office in 3 weeks, when I am the member of parliament for Cumuto.Manzanilla, we require an allocation of resources to make improvements here at home, to finish the highway to Grandi, Manzan, Toko, which creates employment for us here in Cumuto.Manzanilla, which stimulates the economy, the local economy for us here in Cumuto.Manzanilla, and opens up the area as an accessible destination for people from across the country. Think about that. What does a road do? What does a highway do? It brings people to you. It creates the ability for travel. More people means that we are able to open more small businesses, develop local tourism right here in Guaico Tamana with our caves, our forests, our animals, wildlife, with nightlife, with local staycations, Airbnb type things. All of these things bring employment to our area along with more money in our local economy. We are able to attract more investment to this area from those living on the outside of this area. And again, more employment means more money. We are able to attract HDC and private housing developers. More residents equals more market for the small businesses, more access to markets for our farmers. And I have shared my vision for you with you for this constituency before. And it is a vision for industry in Cumuto.Manzanilla. Industry. An agro-processing industry where our farmers can enter into downstream production, taking their produce from the farm, from the field, straight to the supermarket, to the regional and international markets, to tables across the globe, earning foreign exchange, creating jobs, and creating sustainable wealth for our people right here in Cumuto.Manzanilla. Friends, we have so many things in this region of Sangre Grande, in this constituency. We have so much of talent. Look at Tiny. Let's have a round of applause for resident Calypsonian Tiny. Tamana is well placed to have our own carnival city with a local twist, our own calypso competitions, our own stick fighting panorama, local panorama, old mass, our own drama and theater school and auditorium, our own music school, right up to the production level, so that the talent and creativity of our young people can be developed and encouraged and not starved for resources. Imagine what Tiny could do with a music studio right here in Cumuto.Manzanilla. Imagine that. Imagine what young people like Young Brother could have done with a recording studio, with a producer right there in his community where he lives. Think about that. So ladies and gentlemen, this is only part of the vision I have for us here in Cumuto.Manzanilla, but it all starts with one action, with one stamp, with one finger. It all starts with electing this PNM candidate into office, into a PNM government come 28th April. It all starts with us guarding our minds, our children's minds, guarding and protecting our elderly people from the untruths, from the false promises, and from the psychological warfare on social media that the others continue to perpetuate against the right-thinking, responsible citizens of this country, all in a desperate attempt to regain access to the reins of power. And make no mistake, it's not the power they want, you know. It is to regain control of the resources that ensure your future and your children's future for their own selfish gain, for the gain of their friends, their finances, their family. Let us not forget the scandals gone by. And in the event any of us feeling adventurous or careless on April the 28th and decide to consider nobody know, no screening, and that person is coming in the next 3 weeks to ask you to put God out of your thoughts and vote for the same old absentee member of parliament again. Consider their slate. But you can't consider it a slate, a full slate. But consider the partial slate that they have. Whether you could see any of them being ministers, being in charge of your money, being in charge of your future. Consider a certain ex-policeman. You could see as Minister of National Security. That's what we're doing? Is that what we're doing? Last night, that goodly gentleman said on their platform that he finds that 18-year-olds and 18-year-olds in Trinidad, that is 2 years to go of still being a teenager, 18 years old, should be able to get gun licenses. So while we here in the PNM are trying hard to keep young people away from guns, away from gun culture, keep guns away from our young people, them policy is to come here, look, take it, 18 years old. Fix crime by giving away a gun. Anybody who reach 18. Is that what we are doing, ladies and gentlemen? And you know, they try to clean up the house, I'm sure you noticed, right? They got rid of some and all of that, right? And they're picking up and they're scraping up as they go in to make up a slate. So they leave out some of the opening batsmen. And they leave them out because they have
serious questions to answer. Well, you remember live sport? Do you remember live sport? I will say, what I'm going to say, I will continue saying it until this campaign finish. You have a man who is vying for another seat, not the one he currently holding, you know. He going to next constituency, and this man is on $1 million bail, having been charged for a serious criminal offense. Does any one of them display to you the qualities, the capabilities, decency, integrity that is necessary to manage this country, to manage your money? Ladies and gentlemen, do not be misled by the desperation of others to get into office. They have demonstrated time and again that they will say and do anything to get into office. But you ever see a dog chasing a car? If the dog catch the car, does he know how to drive the car? He can't drive the car, right? So the dog running on the car, I want to catch this car, I want to catch this car, I want to catch this car. You catch the car, and then what? And then what? That is the same thing that they are promising you. They have demonstrated that they are simply incapable of good governance. They are incapable of putting you above their own selfish needs and greed for the power and public purse. Friends, exercise your right to choose responsibly. Remember that your one choice has lasting, long-term effects for every citizen and their children. Do not permit yourselves to be distracted by the promises that you know are too good to be true. Just remember, especially to young people in the audience, just remember, if there's one thing you remember that I said on this platform here today, nothing worth having comes easy. I'll say it in the next way. Good thing, not what? Good thing, not cheap. So when things are too good to be true, it is too good to be true. So closing, I encourage you to perform your duty, to take part in your democracy, to vote for competence, to vote for a proven track record of responsible performance, to vote for a team that has the right people for the job, for decent, upstanding, responsible, right-thinking patriots on the PNM slate of candidates of 41. Cumuto.Manzanilla, listen to me. Rise up, wake up, get up, PNM people. On the 28th of April, we have a job to do. Get up early, say your prayers, feed your children, feed your husband, feed your wife, and go out to the polls and vote resoundingly for the People's National Movement, for Sanjiv Boodhu, for Cumuto.Manzanilla, so that we can come together and say with one voice, great is the PNM, great is the PNM, great is the PNM, and we shall prevail. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.
I don't know why TV6 not here tonight. I don't know why the Guardian media is not here tonight. I don't know why CNC3 is not here tonight. They would have been educated. This man is an educator. This man is more than a lawyer. This man could have been a teacher. This man could have been a principal. This man is your PNM candidate for Cumuto.Manzanilla, Mr. Sanjiv Boodhu. All right, we have a token of appreciation for Mr. Avinash Singh. And the alderman, Mr. Gadar, is going to present this token of appreciation. And stand by. Stand by, Chanel Isaac. Chanel Isaac, you would be doing the vote of thanks. Mr. Abinash, next time you come and bring sweet potato and give everybody one. I know at time you'll give away sweet potato like that. Okay. Token of appreciation again. This time is the illustrious, the woman of poise, the woman that is very much the apple of many people's eye. Miss Alison West, Senator Alison West. Somebody assist her with that. Stand by, Miss Chanel Isaac, to give the vote of thanks. We now call on Miss Chanel West to give the vote of thanks. Chanel Isaac, sorry lady. Chanel Isaac.
PNM family, good night to my PNM family. So tonight, my task is very simple. First, I want to thank God for the beautiful weather and for bringing us together this afternoon. A big thank you to our guest speaker for sharing your insight with us. To our candidate, your dedication is truly inspiring. Thank you to our youth speaker for your powerful words. Thank you to the alderman. We appreciate the hard work of our coordinator and campaign manager and the team. Your effort made this event possible. A special thank you to our master of ceremony for keeping everything flowing smoothly. Thanks to our guest artists. To everyone here tonight, thank you for your support. Thanks to those who provide the stage and decoration. The IT team, the operations team for ensuring everything runs perfectly. We are grateful to the person who led us to opening and to the owner of the venue for hosting us. Thank you, the supporters, the PNM supporters of Cumuto.Manzanilla. Lastly, we thank God again for his blessings and for making this evening a success. And to you all, reach home safely. Thank you all, and God bless. Great is the PNM, great is the PNM, and we shall prevail. If not Boodhu, then who? Have a blessed night, everyone, and reach home safely. Thank you.
Don't go as yet, don't go as yet, don't go as yet. Said I know there'll be somebody's birthday tonight. That is the lady's birthday tonight. Give us a birthday song. Give us a birthday song.
One more year on them. Go on, while I vibe. Give thanks for life. Next year we're doing it again. Yeah.
We have to thank the law enforcement officers for being here with us.
More life to your car with the artillery. Real from the heart, no pretend. Big birthday, bash. If I ever on the ground, nigga, splash. Give thanks for your life. Oh gosh, watch it, they make me go deep in the stash. Drink and smoke so we frost. Turn up the sound box. Girl, them a bubble to the max. Everything well, cool and relax. So we send out the location. They a pass spot. We a pop champagne non-stop.
Just remember, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., we gather at Swaha College. We would be walking the coal mine area. 9 a.m. in the morning, we gather at Swaha College. Looking to see each and every one of you. May you go home safely.
One, two.
We going higher, full of energy, energy. Everybody charge up. We going higher, full of energy.
Yes, I tell you, we ready, and we are ready. Ladies and gentlemen, your candidate, Sanjiv Boodhu. Yes, I tell you.
Tell them we not leaving.
Yeah.
Till the last drop of bacchanal is madness in the capital. So I feel like I'm running.
Cumuto.Manzanilla.
Shake the ground again. Play with all my friends and them. No place like.
Oh, Cumuto.Manzanilla. Get up.
I feel like I'm running town again. Jump and shake the ground again. Play with all my friends and them. No place like. Now is the time for us to jump on somebody. Hand up in the air. Madness everywhere. Eating with DNA. Just get on bad. When we are the road way. We like the old way. Tell them freedom.